Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to day 5 of our SQL 10 days mini project challenge. And I am continuously receiving your submissions, which is a very positive thing. And I would like to notify one thing, guys, that challenge PDF is in description box and it is in comment section also. It is pinned. You can download it from there. So now let's start our today's session. Till now, we did the tasks related to the table creation. We saw how to use select, from, where, order by and limit statements. Then we have learned and we performed our tasks related to the joining of 2 tables, 3 tables, 4 tables. Someone was asking how to join 3 tables. So the method is same, absolutely same. The way we join 2 tables, in the same way we have to join 3 tables or 4 tables or more than that. Then in the yesterday's session, we have seen how to use the group by along with the aggregate functions. And today one very important concept, which is having clause, we will learn it and we will then perform the tasks related to this having. Now we are going to see the basic difference between having and where. They both serve same purpose, but there is condition that we will discuss, that we will see that when to use this having clause and when to use this where clause. Alright, so let's see this firstly. Now focus here carefully. Okay, so here you can see one table and the table name is order summary. Okay, here you can see order IDs, cities, customer IDs, item name, prices and the quantity. Now using this table, we will see 2 cases. First case is this, and this is all about when we want to see the item names, okay, when want to see the list of item names along with their order ID, where price is greater than 200. Here we are putting one condition and this condition is where price is greater than 200. Alright, so what we will do, we have to simply select the columns. So we have written here select, what to select, order ID, item name and the price. Then we have to mention the table name, so from order summary table. Now we want to extract those data only where prices are greater than 200. So we mention this condition here where price is greater than 200. So after doing this, our result is this. The result that we have obtained is this. All those items whose price are greater than 200 is in front of us. Okay, correct. Now, in this second case, what we are doing, we are basically firstly converting this original table into the grouped table. And this grouping is on what basis? So, we are grouping it city-wise. We want to basically see city-wise total quantity. So, if we talk about Mumbai firstly, so here it is Mumbai. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times Mumbai written and the total quantity will be, we have to add them, right? We have to use the sum function. So, 1, 2, 5 and the 7. So for the Mumbai, the total quantity will be 7. For the Delhi, the total quantity will be 3 and so on. Now, if we want to filter it further, we want to put condition on this grouped table. Like we want to see those rows only where total quantity is greater than 4. Okay, we want to put a condition on this grouped table and that condition is that show the rows. So show that cities where total quantity, total ordered quantity is greater than 4. Correct? So in such cases, we cannot simply write where total quantity is greater than 4 like this. No, because now it is a scene of group table. So for the group table, we cannot filter using the where. We have to use here having. Having comes into the picture. So after this group by city, we have to write here having. Sum of quantity, this sum of quantity is greater than 4. Once we apply this condition here just after the group by, we will get our output window which will be something like this. Here city, here total quantity and the output will show only Mumbai city with the 7 total quantity. I hope you guys have some idea about the having and you guys now know what is the difference between where and having. So basically where we will use on the original table where there is no grouping and having is used to filter the data for the grouped table where we have already used this group by function. Okay, now let's see our queries and the pictures will be more clear then. So first of all we have to write here use online food delivery database. and let's run it. Fine. Now we are in our database. Next thing is to write down the query. So our query is saying to find cities with more than 5 total orders. Okay, let's read this query, guys. So it is saying to find cities more than 5 total orders. Now what columns we are looking for? So here is clearly written cities. It means we are looking for the city column. What else? With more than 5 total orders. It means we want to get total orders, right? And can you see the column named total order? No, there is no column which is like total order. Let's have a look at our tables. Okay, so here in the orders table you can see order ID, okay, order date, customer ID and the restaurant ID, but there is no column called total order. So how to get the total orders? Definitely when we will count these orders, when we will add these orders, only then we can get the total orders. Okay, suppose in this table there are 1000 rows, then we can see the total orders in this table are 1000. Okay, so to get the total orders we have to use the count function, right? Now this city and this total order are existed in which table? So this cities table is here in this restaurants table, and this total order which we will get after counting the order ID, it exists in this orders table, right? So now let's start writing our query. So first of all we need to select city, and as they both columns are in different tables, so we need to mention the name of their respective tables as well. So how to mention it? We have to write here. Suppose this city is existed in the restaurants table, so we will write here r dot r is the alias name, the nickname of the restaurant table. R dot city, comma, we have to use this count function, correct? In this bracket we have to put the name of the column on which we are applying this count. So we are applying it on order ID, and this order ID belongs to which table? So it is in orders table. Now this whole thing will appear in the result window and we don't want it, so let's give the name, some nickname to this. So I am giving it as total orders, correct? The second thing is the from. In from, we have to mention the name of the table. So it is orders table, define it with the O, we have to define it, and join it with the restaurants table. Restaurant table are on what basis? So restaurants table and the orders table, on what basis we can join? Here you can see restaurant ID. In the restaurant table also it is restaurant ID. So we have to find the name of the common column, so which is restaurant ID here. So let's write on where orders tables restaurant ID is equal to restaurants table restaurant ID. Restaurant ID, right? Now we want the result city wise, as here it is written city is with more than, so it means we want to count the orders city wise. So for that we have to use group by function, okay, group by r dot city, and we don't want the full table, we just want to extract those rows where total order is greater than 5. So for that we have to write here having. We cannot write here where total order is greater than 5. No. Now our table is grouped. We have used this group by. So we will use here having now. And having count O dot order ID is greater than 5. Here having, just after the having, here you cannot mention the alias name. Okay, it will throw the error because when the SQL processes, then it firstly goes with this having clause. After processing with the having clause, SQL cursor will move to select clause. So here we have to write it like this, count O dot order ID. Alright, now let's run it. And this is our table. So city Pune has the total orders 166, Bangalore 116. It means all cities contain the total orders greater than 5. Correct? Now let's move to our second query, and second query says to show food items that earned more than 1000 rupees in total revenue. So we have to get the list of the food items that earned more than 1000 rupees total revenue. Correct. Now what columns we need to select? So firstly we have to select the food items. It means item name we need to select. So right here item name. Then that earned more than 1000 rupees. It is kind of condition that we will put later. Now in total revenue, so we need to select the revenue column, but revenue column is directly not given. So the formula of the revenue is revenue equals to price multiplied with the quantity sold. This is the formula of the revenue. We can use this formula instead of writing revenue. Correct? Fine. Now let's see how to write it. Okay. So select, what to select? Select item names from the menu table. So item name. Then this revenue thing. So we have to write here from menus table price multiplied with order details table quantity, as quantity is available in order details table. This is about the revenue, but here it is written total revenue, so we need to apply here sum function as well. Correct? Then we will give it one alias name, and this is revenue. Now so this all data available in which table? So it is available in the menu items table. Okay, and we have to define it with the M, as well as we need to join this menu items table with the order details table, OD. Now on what basis? So on item IDs are the common column is item ID in both the tables, right? You can see here the menu item, here it is order ID, here it is item ID, and in the order details table here it is item ID. So on this basis we are joining these two tables. So let's write on where menus tables item ID is equal to the order details table item ID. Now we want the data food wise, food item name wise, correct? So we will write here group wise M dot means in menus table item name. And we want only those rows where revenue is, total revenue is greater than 1000. So here we will write having sum of this whole thing. Let's copy it. Greater than 1000. Right? Here after the sum we cannot mention this alias name having revenue greater than 1000. No. We have to write this exactly, because when SQL will processes, then SQL doesn't know that what is revenue, because firstly it will goes to this having statement, having clause, then after that it the cursor goes to the select statement, then SQL will get to know, okay, you are saying this sum is this is a revenue thing, correct? So we cannot mention directly here revenue. All right, so now let's run it. It is menu item. Now run it again, and here we have our result. Okay, so here you can see the revenue of gulab jamun is this, paneer tikka is this, momos, rasgullas, and this, correct? So this is the way how we can use basically having clause to filter the data which is available in a grouped table. So now here on the screen you can see your today's tasks. Just do it and submit it. And all the best guys. Take care. See you tomorrow. Keep practicing. Bye bye.